But I realized last week you cannot use copyrighted music. It will turn your live off. So I'm going to start a little bit of music that isn't copyrighted. Hopefully we won't get cut off. If we do, I will immediately restart the live. And I'm going to start that now, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So if you have like a mat or a towel, something like that you're using, go ahead and get your mat set up, grab a water, grab a drink, whatever you need. I'm going to start the music, and then we'll get going. All right, I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. So let me turn that down just a little bit. Hopefully this is good. All right, ladies, we are gonna start with our feet just outside of hips distance apart, and we're just gonna kind of loosen up our hips a little bit. We're gonna circle our hips like 3 to 5 times in each direction. Now I want you to set your feet right underneath your hips, relax your arms, and I just want you to hinge down, reach for the floor. You should feel the tension in your hamstrings. I could not tell you how many times a day I'm performing this movement with my 2 kids. This is so important to be able to perform safely. I'm taking my shoes off just so that I can have a little bit of a better feel. So feet are underneath my hips. I'm relaxed and I'm leading with my butt. I'm not folding over. Give me 5 hinges. And when we're done there, okay, sorry. Just reading the notes, I wanted to make sure that it didn't say, I can't hear you or something like that. All right, I want you to hinge down, reach for the floor, bring it down to the ground, and we're in that tabletop position. I want you to work through some cat-cows. I want as high up as we can on the inhale. And when we exhale, we're kind of arching. You can shift your hips around if you need. I just want you to wake up the spine and really just start to get to feeling good moving around. I feel like our bodies really go through the ringer every day. So I want to make sure we're nice and warmed up. Like I said, feel free to shift your hips. Just sort of get comfortable from this tabletop position again. Especially if you're a nursing mom, I want you doing this every single day. One hand goes behind the head. I want you to bring your elbows together and then open up that thoracic spine. If you are nursing babies, if you're sitting at a desk, if you're driving a lot, you're probably here for a lot of your day. So we're gonna work through 5 thoracic spine rotations on each side. And if you need to kind of hang out at the top for a little bit, that's totally fine. But these are so small, and I swear they really make such a difference in how my neck and upper back feels. If you guys have an issue hearing me or need a little bit more like direction, you can use the message bar at the bottom to just give me feedback, ask questions, etc. You are still on the ground. Now I want to bring it from this tabletop position, walk it out onto your belly. If we need to do a couple of these little twists, that's cool. We're gonna get into some Superman raises. Make sure you guys can see me okay. So our feet are behind us, arms out front, and all we're doing here is peeling up as high as we can and bringing it back down. I wanna really activate this posterior chain before we get into any movement. So we're lifting up nice and high and back down. Give me 2 more. And now let's get up and just hold. And bring it back down. Take a couple breaths. we are gonna get back into tabletop position, and we're gonna work through a couple fire hydrants. If you did my class last week, it's a repeat of the movement. I'm in tabletop, and it's not about lifting my knees super, super high. I want my hips stacked over my knees, shoulders stacked over wrists, and I'm just opening up that hip. My hips pop every time I do that. Just a little bit. Keep those back feet flexed, and we're gonna lift and bring it back down. I want you to work through 8 on each side. And we're bracing our core as we work through this movement so our rib cage isn't flaring, back isn't arching, nothing funky. Let's switch to the other side and give me 8. I feel like this is a movement that you're always tempted to add a resistance band or make it harder, but I always feel this in my glutes. And let's switch back to the other side. Give me 8 more. Keeping that back foot flexed, core is braced. Give me 4 more. And 2. Last one, let's switch sides. Hips are nice and steady. 3, 4, give me 4 more. And last one. Nicely done, ladies. Now, this is a new movement from last week. I did post, it's like a blog post, it's a pelvic floor guide. This movement is on there, so if you weren't reading that, if it wasn't making sense, we're gonna do clam shells. This is that movement. So my knees are on top of one another, my feet stay together, my core is braced. So think almost like a little miniature side plank, if you will. All I'm doing is opening up just that little bit in the hips. I want to work through 8 of these. If you need to take it slower, 6 is fine. But I want to make sure our core is braced. And we should feel this in the hips. This is a super isolated movement. But if you're anything like me, my hips are so weak. All right, let's rest, take a sec, and switch to the other side. Here we go. Core is braced. Give me 3 more. This is another one that I'm always like, maybe I should add a resistance band, and then I start and I remember how tight and weak my hips are. All right, ladies, from here, we're gonna do 1 more set on each side. Give me some clam shells. Three more. And I noticed that this side is a lot more tight than my right side. And switch. Oops, messed up my little towel. Here we go. Opening it up. And this is just our warm-up, girls. So if it feels too low intensity, it's supposed to. We're just priming those muscles for our workout today. Give me 1 more. All right, from here, heels plant on the ground. We're just working through 10 glute bridges and then our warm-up is done, I promise, all right? So, heels are planted. Before we lift, I want us to tuck that pelvis under, okay? Brace the core and then drive up. So when I'm working through this movement, I should not have this arch in my back. I want that pelvis tucked, core tight. Work through 10 of these at your own pace. Think about an inhale on the way down. Tuck that pelvis. Exhale, drive through your heels. Okay, ladies, when we are done here, we can kind of rock it out a little bit. Go ahead and stand up. And we are going to get into our actual workout. Okay, I'm gonna take my socks off because I'm slipping and sliding all over the place. Don't know what that's about. All right, we're starting with a lower body series. So, I'm gonna take a little sip of my drink. We're gonna start by stepping into a lunge. So left foot is forward, right foot, I've got my heel up, so I'm just balancing on the pad of my foot. I'm gonna bring it down and back up for 8, 7, 6. If you can't see me well, let me know. If you can't hear me well, let me know. And 3, 2, from here, we're going to shift our weight, open up. I'm gonna turn so you guys can see me. Open up those hips. We're getting into a sumo squat. Drive out, bring it down, and back up. Squeeze your glutes. 9, 8. Full hip extension at the top. Give me 3 more. These classes make me realize how bad I am at talking and counting. Last one. And we're gonna rotate now and hit that other side for our lunges. 8 reps here. So we did 10 squats, we're doing 8 lunges. Give me 3 more, ladies. 2, and 1. All right, now we're gonna walk our feet together. Little less intensity, just some calf raises, just 10. 3, 4. This is kind of like active recovery. And 3, 2, and 1. We're staying right here. Feet are planted down, arms come overhead. You're holding in chair position. You guys are gonna hate me for this one, sorry. Chest stays up, nice and proud. Staying under tension here. Feet are nice and flat. You can hold it for 15 more seconds. You got this. Keep those arms up, pinch those shoulder blades back. Give me 5, 3, 2, 1. And relax, shake it out. We're going back to the top for some lunges, okay? Let's step that right foot forward. Left foot is back, heel up. Hands on our hips. Give me 8. Here we go. Let's do them together. 7. 1/2 there. And 3, 2, 1. Turn into that sumo squat. We can rock our hips just a little bit if needed. Here we go. Give me 10. Making sure I'm driving those knees out. Almost there. Push through the heels, chest stays proud. Last one, bring it down. Let's pulse. And 3, 2, 1. relax, take a breath, and we're gonna hit lunges on our left leg. Here we go. Front foot stays planted. Back foot is nice and firm, heels high. Bring it down. Give me 6 more. Halfway there. 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done, ladies. Walk those toes back in. We've got calf raises again. This round, I want you to try to slow it down. And if you can, rather than bringing your heels all the way to the floor, try to bring it up and then hover. So there's no rest at the bottom. Give me 5 more. Try to hover. If it doesn't work out, totally fine. 2 more. Last one. I don't know about you guys, but I always feel calf raises in my glutes a little bit. It's kind of weird. All right. Here we go. Arms up. And we're holding in that chair position. You got this. 30-second hold. My shoulders are pinched back. My chest is proud. My arms are raised, but my shoulders are not in my ears, right? I'm right here. Almost there, ladies. Let's see if we can sink a little bit lower. Give me 10 more seconds. We're going a little bit longer than 30. It's okay. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Grab water if you need it. Shake those legs out if you need it. You're doing great. That was a burner. That was a burner for sure. Also, trying to break the Celsius addiction. It's going okay. Not great, not bad. All right. We are going to work on a little bit of an arm series. So we're gonna get back on our mats. How are we doing, guys? If everyone's with me, I just wanna make sure we're all good. We're gonna bring it back down to the floor. Push-ups are my arch nemesis, I'm not gonna lie. I am so bad at push-ups. I used to be able to do them really well. I can't anymore. So I will be doing these on my knees. If knees are a little too intense for you still, totally fine. If you're working out in your living room, you can use your couch. I don't know if you guys can see this. You can use your couch and put your hands up on your couch, on a table, whatever you need. Totally cool. It's gonna be the same form. You might just be in a different kind of like incline, if that makes sense. So I'm doing my push-ups from my knees. I'm gonna make a triangle with my hands. I'm targeting my triceps. So give me that triangle. We're here. And my arms stay nice and close to my body. Core stays tight. Another progression that you could work through if needed is bring it all the way to the floor, take a rest, and back up. All right, let's work through 6 more of these. Give me 3 more. Okay, how are we feeling, guys? Waiting in the lobby. Thank you. Thank you for showing up anyways. Sorry, I wanted to make sure that that was not a question. All right, guys. Now that we have shaken our arms out, we're going from tabletop into a full plank. If you need just a little bit less, drop to the knees. That's totally fine. This workout is at your level. 30 seconds. We're pushing that floor away, bracing our core. Give me 10 more seconds, ladies. 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax, shake it out. All right, back into tabletop. Our next movement is bird dogs. So it's a little bit of a balance challenge as well as challenging your core. So if you feel like you're really off kilter, there's a plane going by, I hope you guys can hear me. If you feel like you're really off kilter, instead of working those opposite arm, opposite leg, it's totally fine to go from tabletop and just extend a leg, okay? Like I said before, this workout is at your level. Most of us have just had babies. We're just doing our best here, okay? All right, here we go. Make sure you guys can see me. So, I'm gonna take a nice inhale. When I exhale, I'm extending opposite arm, opposite leg. This is gonna be nice and slow and controlled. And I'm trying not to rock my hips back and forth. I'm trying to really keep my core nice and stable. Rib cage is not flaring. Like I said before, if this is feeling like a little too much, just extend that leg back. That's totally fine. Give me 2 more on each side. These are also in my core and pelvic floor restore program that is free. If you want it, DM me after class, and I will send it to you. All right, let's take a little bit of a breather. Hopefully everybody's feeling good. We're gonna do that series one more time. All right, I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. So we're back to those tricep push-ups. I wanna challenge you guys. If you were up high the first time, maybe bring it a little lower. Bring it to your knees. You don't have to go all the way down to the floor if that's too much intensity. Totally cool. But I'm gonna bring it back to tabletop position. Making that triangle. I'm on my knees. Go ahead and give me 8. Here we go, ladies. Core is nice and tight. We're halfway there. Give me 2 more. Oh, my form is starting to slip. These are hard. Last one. Ah, nice job. Go ahead and rock back into child's pose if needed. Shake those arms out. We've got another 30-second plank. We got this. All right. Like I said before, if full plank is too much, drop to those knees. All I want you guys to focus on is that if you are on your knees, we're here. Glutes are kind of squeezed, core is engaged. I don't want you to be here, okay? So we're gonna keep it nice and active. Let's bring it into that 30-second plank. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, we got this. Like I said, we're actively pushing that floor away from us. We're halfway, ladies. We got this. Pull those hips down, squeeze the glutes. If you need to drop to your knees, totally fine. Just keep that core braced. 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Relax. I'm feeling it in my shoulders. I don't know about you guys. My triceps and my shoulders, they're working. All right, guys, we have our last set of bird dogs. We're gonna aim for 6 on each side, so 12 total. I want you to move through these at your own pace. Do what feels good for you. starting in tabletop. Give me a nice couple deep breaths. All right, here we go. Give me an inhale. On the exhale, extend. Reach, bring it back in, and reach. We're halfway there. Give me 2 more on each side. Reach, core is braced. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale, bring it back down. Exhale, reach. Bring it back down. And relax. All right, girls, I'm just gonna bring us through a quick little stretch series and then we're done. Last week, I think I did a little bit too much for the class. So this week, I'm peeling it back a little bit. I would love, love, love your feedback on if you thought this class was too easy, too hard. Was the coaching okay? Could you hear me? Any feedback you can give me, I super, super appreciate. All right, ladies, I want 90 degrees in your front leg, 90 degrees in your back leg, and I want you to actively push that hip forward. We're gonna bring our right hand behind us and rotate to the other side. And bring it back to center. We're back in tabletop. We're going to bring our hips forward. Stretch, sit back onto our heels, into child's pose. Then I'm gonna bring it back up, right foot comes outside of right hand, lean into that hip, get a good stretch going, rock it back and forth. And go ahead and straighten that front leg, sit back. Let's stretch out that hamstring. Thank you guys so, so much for joining class today. I am gonna teach again tomorrow. It'll be slightly different. All right, let's bring our right foot back and left foot outside of left hand. Push those hips forward. Straighten that front leg, sit back, and stretch that hamstring out. And relax. Again, thank you so much for joining today. Just a quick little 30-minute class. I hope I see you guys tomorrow. And let me know what you thought of class today. Bye.